You asked for it.
Stick around to the end. We love talking to you guys. Enjoy this episode of Spectrum Men.
I like the way the old school ways work. They did work.
Guys. We've seen this video chat. You know, I don't mind rewatching it. You know, chat. Last one. You know, chat, guys.
So that's important
then,
to you,
chat,
to be like the breadwinner?
And then we'll do a MasterChef chat. You guys, brother chat, guys. I want to say, you guys, I want to take a pause to today's stream and just tell you guys, I don't know if we'll watch MasterChef season 7. I think, chat, it's probably gonna be one of the last seasons we're gonna watch. So I hope you enjoy it. Apparently Joe is not in the same in the next season, and things change and whatever. And
I am worried about the size of my penis.
I mean, everybody hard agree.
3, 2, 1, go.
Everybody hard agree. Oh, come on.
Oh my God. This is a good question. I like this.
At least once in your life, at any age, guys, dude, it doesn't have to be because it's small. It can be anything.
It's just a normal thing to be worried about, like when you're growing up, like you're like, am I
people disagree,
normal? You know, like
but agree more than the people who hardly strongly agree.
I guess like when I was younger, I was like, whoa, is this normal? Is this not? But like, eventually I was like, nah, I'm fine.
I feel like this whole conversation is just like bringing to my awareness how impressionable and like how much of our lives and our masculinity is defined by when we're kids. When everybody's like, oh, you gotta have a big dick, you gotta have a big dick. And all you see is like, only time you see a dick is on porn and it's like 14 inches, then it's like, well, mine doesn't look like that.
Yeah.
Then of course you're gonna like start thinking about it versus.
What? Oh, it's lagging.
I'm actually changing my answer.
Okay, dude.
oh.
See, I told you. Some of the guys that are all the way across agree more than people that are here. And look, boom, boom, I'm right, it's right there.
I changed my mind because what he said was, it made a lot of sense because I remember the first time I saw porno and I saw a black guy's penis, I was like, I'm not like that. As I got older, I perfected my craft. I've never had a problem with women. It has nothing to do with the penis. It's all about, it's not the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. You just love a woman, you embrace each other, and it's just, I've never had a problem with a woman since then.
I think for younger guys, this is the concern that I'm realizing is like, maybe if these discussions were more open about size and whatever, and that really over time it all becomes okay. And it's fine, maybe that would help a lot.
A man should pay for the first date.
Hard disagree.
3, 2,
Hard disagree.
1, go.
These are my last pennies in my account.
Nice. I like the way the old school ways work. They did work, we just messed it up.
So that's important to you to like take that leadership role to be
Tradition.
be like
it's
the
not about
breadwinner?
leadership or tradition.
I'm the
I don't think.
caretaker of society. I don't even like saying it this way. Once you give the woman the power, then you just demasculated yourself. I want to stick to what's made me happy. And my grandparents, my parents, I'm just going to stick with it because it works. It's not perfect, but it works.
In my opinion, chat, it probably helped. Let's be honest though. In practice, it probably helps you close the deal, right? But if the difference between me closing the deal or not was how much money I paid for the dinner, then it wasn't worth it in the first place. That's how it is.
Be a man, plain and simple.
I don't know, I think we're just getting in dangerous territory when we start talking about chivalry. At the end of the day, it's like, yo, baby, if you want to pay for this, like, there is no hierarchy here. Like, if you want to pay for this, Maybe next time I'm like, I just got a check, so I'll pay for it.
Wasn't this the first meal, though?
Yeah, the first one.
You only get one chance to make a first impression.
What does it matter if it's a girl or a guy?
What a weird precedent. First impression, yo, dude, I'll pay for the dinner. Like, I don't know.
It's 2019, and your logic shouldn't be, like, no disrespect, like, oh, because my grandpa did it and it worked for him, then it works for me. If she's not gonna date me that second time because I didn't pay for her, I think I dodged a bullet.
Yeah, my man, Bayzed.
3, 2, 1, go.
Be real. Be real.
At first, when I saw it, you know, and talking to my friends, and family, a lot of people in the South, They're like, these women should have spoke up a long time ago. And then I had to like step aside and really process it for myself and be like, you know what? She didn't feel comfortable.
The question,
and
the question was, I support a Me Too movement.
Wasn't in a society, in a place where it was acceptable for her to say anything about it. So now that they have the platform and the ability, I'm like, that's amazing. Speak your truth.
What do you tell a child who is accused of rape by a woman, has his whole life destroyed, and then people just go,
There's always going to be people that take advantage of it, or it's not going to be perfect. We're figuring it out as we go, but I think it's done more good than it's done bad.
I think we get to.
That guy's trying to tarnish the whole thing because of a few bad apples. I do agree. The bad apples are dog shit, and we should call them out when they're trash. I get it, but I think the core concept and the whole movement.
Acknowledge the bad though. Like I think,
of course.
That's why I'm doing like this thing is like for us to say like, oh, he did that to me, and all of a sudden now we've like vindicated that guy is like vilified.
But I do agree that a problem is now is that I feel like bad apples, people just go, oh, they were wrong. Okay, forget about it then. Instead of going, oh, you were wrong, go. Yo, can we fix it then? Can we fix the things you said that were wrong or the lies? Can we fix it? Instead of fixing it, people say, oh, you were wrong? Okay, moving on. That's terrible. That is absolute dog. That's garbage.
Like there is no chance of like him having a say in the conversation.
Trial by mob is not good. Like this mob mentality is bad. I agree with that, but I don't think that's exclusive to the Me Too movement.
But we're using it right.
I'm gonna say you should go to fucking jail. No, you shouldn't get canceled or go on Twitter or lose followers. You should go to fucking jail.
Right now to say, oh, that person is bad. Oh, fuck that person. There's no further conversations being happening. If it's a movement to say, yes, okay, this hierarchy we've created of men and women, which is a result of the way men are expected to act, that women are expected to act. Let's have those conversations and everything changes and I'll be over there all fucking day.
It's not only defamation though. Like I think defamation is about an attack of the character. In a negative light that'll like fuck somebody over or whatever. That's not only defamation though. You're really saying that somebody committed a crime. So sometimes and that's a completely different ballgame. It's not only, it's way further than defamation.
xQcl.
Toxic masculinity is overblown. 3, 2,
I'd say somewhat agree.
go.
By overblown. Wait, what?
Or someone disagree?
Overblown. What is that?
Can you use a different word?
Yeah. This could be both ways. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think I just somewhat agree that it's blown out of proportion because I think what happens with social media is a group of people coin a term and now we're all painted by it.
Like we are not in like a post, I don't know, like rape culture world, you know, like women are being catcalled every day. And so like men are still, I think, seen or experienced as like a predatory presence to women. So like that's why I just don't think it's like overblown. I think it's new.
If we were good men,
Somebody
there wouldn't be feminists,
that
they
is
wouldn't be
not the
attacking us,
same.
they wouldn't be hating us. You have a lot of guys who don't want to commit to marriage. You have a lot of guys who catcall. So yes, men have become toxic. And once again, I have to be consistent with all my beliefs and all my morals. I'm very traditional.
I see what you're saying, but the way you're framing it, like this word moral is kind of
We don't know what that is anymore, though. That's
well,
the
it's like it
problem.
sounds like you're saying like it's men's job to be like the moral compass of society.
It is.
No.
I think it's everyone's job.
It's everybody's, but men, if men want to coin themselves as the leaders, you have to hold up to the good and the bad.
That's part of the problem, though. Like that's what I think toxic masculinity, or it's putting too much pressure on yourself. I mean, it's very obvious that we're grappling with like the history and the damage of like what a world completely run by men
I agree.
does to us. That's why I think we're talking about toxic masculinity.
I am comfortable showing my emotions. 3, 2, 1, go.
Somewhat disagree.
It's been like harped upon me for years that like showing my emotions were bad. And like me trying not to be gay, I'm like, no, like I don't want to show these emotions because I'm not gay. I can't be gay. Like I'm not supposed to be gay. Like the church tells me, my dad tells me, my mom tells me, everybody's telling me I'm not supposed to be gay. So like just understanding that at 25, now 26, like, I'm over here like, okay, like, oh, you're insecure. Okay, that's what that feels like. Oh, you're sad. That's what that feels like. I can now be aware of those things, but to show them to other people right now is like really hard for me.
I do feel like I'm very verbally like about my emotions with my wife, but I wouldn't agree completely because I'm not like that with anyone else. I mean, I just failed a college class and I was crying about it to my wife, but no one else at school saw me cry, you know?
Good take.
I specifically texted my
Good
wife,
take.
make sure the kids are asleep by the time I come home, because I just knew I was gonna be like, as soon as I stepped through that threshold to my house, I was just gonna let go, and I didn't want them to see that. But like the next day I sat down and I had that conversation with them, like, hey, I just wanna let you guys know, you know, your dad didn't pass this class, and they're like, oh, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, of course,
you
you know.
just
like,
cry in front of your kids, man. I remember like seeing my dad cry for the first time when his mom died, and I remember like imprinting that in my mind as like, wow, you know, like my dad can be upset, and that was like an important thing to witness.
It's reality, emotion.
Yeah, it's real.
I was raised by two parents that I never ever saw cry. The effect that that had on me was by the time one of them passed away very suddenly, I didn't really seem to be affected at all. So I've actually had to do a lot of therapy on
I'm gonna be honest though.
This thing about
I'm gonna be honest though. I feel like, guys, I feel like that is a pretty like how do you call that? It's
masculinity not being
Can you
able
really
to
connect
show your
one-to-one?
emotions is very bad. It puts us backwards in society, and
Can you
we
really
need to be
say
thinking about how
that the cause
tap
is
into our
the result
emotions
here?
in a healthy way together.
Thank you for sending your
Correlation.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. Great job, man.
You too. Nice hearing
From you.
All right, I gotta be
Maybe it's
honest.
you're right. It's personal, but I don't think this applies to everybody.
Thank you, Ian, for your suggestions.
I can see anyone
else who also submitted more props for us.
Yeah, we love having this type of dialogue. I'm grateful because as a girl, I'd love to know what you guys are thinking. You guys are mysteries to me.
Interesting.
Classic gorgeous.
I like that episode. Oh, thanks, man. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was good.